I mean, look at these. Look at these. Gold and a little sparkle. I love my earrings. Now, gold is a symbol of power, wealth, and glamour. Now, everyone wants a piece of this. But have you ever wondered where your gold jewelry comes from?
Africa produces more than a quarter of the world's gold, more than any other continent. It has the potential to create real wealth, but behind the glitter sometimes lies a darker reality.
This sacred river in Nigeria is being poisoned. In 2022, this woman came under crossfire, finding out why.
Holy Spirit.
And trying to bring about change. But did anyone listen or care? Millions depend on the water of this river and are risking their health. We went back to find out who's poisoning it and why no one is stopping them. The Osun River is a major waterway in southwest Nigeria. It's considered sacred and connected to the Yoruba goddess Osun, a deity associated with love and fertility. It sustains millions of people. Just take a look how its color used to be and how it has changed to a murky yellow. The Osun River also runs through Osogbo, Osun State's capital. This is the path through the city. In 2016, the river is barely visible, blending into its surroundings. Starting around 2019, a discoloration that was believed to be temporary appeared. But it didn't go away. Changes in the wider area also became visible. Clearings cut along the river and discolored water. A closer look reveals hundreds of pits dug along streams. This points to one activity: gold mining. And not always legal. Nigerian journalist Anu Adelako first investigated this issue in a documentary film in 2022.
What we discovered was truly alarming.
So we're going, they say they have another site elsewhere.
She took water samples that revealed how the mining affects the river.
Back in 2022, what we discovered was that there were heavy concentrations of heavy metals such as mercury, there was cyanide, and a couple of other heavy metals. So what happens is that they bioaccumulate in the system over time, and so you don't get people falling ill immediately. I mean, apart from waterborne diseases and the ingestion of things like E. coli and things that will definitely get your tummy upset or land you in the hospital.
We want to find out, has the situation improved since Anu's last visit, or is the water still polluted? A local resident offers us help to take a sample from the river. We'll send this sample to a lab for a thorough chemical and microbial analysis.
Well, I think the heavy metals pollution will persist, even in a worse dimension.
The problem with the heavy metal contamination, it doesn't just vanish when the miners do. The contamination in the water can enter the food chain and travel downstream. Like here, to the Osun Osogbo Sacred Grove, a UNESCO World Heritage Site once under pressure from urban expansion and cultural disregard. It survived because local artists, craftspeople and defenders of tradition refused to let it disappear. And every year, thousands of worshippers come here to celebrate. The water is believed to have spiritual power and is called agbo, meaning potion. But the pollution from upstream could of course also reach this sacred place. Concerns have been raised before.
We asked people to stop drinking water from the river. Also, I've written to the government of Osun State repeatedly to help stop the miners and the mining activities. The government promised to take action, but nothing has happened.
During our visit at the grove, we saw no one drinking the water, but using it for ritual purposes. Only the lab test will reveal if there's still a danger hidden within the sacred river. But as we leave the grove, we get a call from a local activist, Deji, who is fighting illegal mining and advocates for more sustainable practices.
I just got off the phone with a local activist here with Urban Alert, and they've just discovered a mining site a few kilometers away from the Osun Sacred Grove, and he's got a community member who is going to take us in there to see things for ourselves.
We make our way to the disclosed site. Deji introduces us to the person who tipped us off. He doesn't want to be recognized. Locals have been reporting mining activity in the area for some time, and some arrests have also been made. Deji and the local resident head to the riverbank to get a closer look and another water sample. There's a hum of heavy machinery in the distance. Our drone tries to see where the noise is coming from. And then we find them. Not one, but two sites with heavy-duty gold washing equipment. This has been going on for some time, the resident tells us.
About 2 months ago, we noticed that some people had set up machines here to mine gold. At one point, we didn't see the miners for 2 weeks, but they came back. They told us that the traditional ruler of Oshogbo had been paid off and that they could pay us as well. But they said nothing would stop them. Their activities have already polluted the water here, and we're worried.
Getting too close to these mines can be dangerous. Anu knows that from personal experience. When filming in 2022, she literally came under crossfire.
Holy Spirit. We were intercepted by a group of more uniformed men who pointed guns at us, accusing us of kidnapping Chinese nationals.
And so as soon as we hit the main road, like a truck of other policemen just came. Thankfully, they didn't shoot directly at any human being, but they were just shooting, and the bullets could have hit anyone. They were shouting, "Where's the person you kidnapped? Where's the person you kidnapped?" And we had to tell them, we don't know what you're talking about. We didn't kidnap anyone. And I think it was just the help of God that we got off from there, because you know how trigger happy some of these guys can be. But it was a very traumatic experience that I'll never forget.
We meet activist Deji Alabi from Urban Alert again. The NGO has been trying for years to hold authorities and companies accountable, with some success, at least on paper. But he's disappointed about the persisting gaps in enforcement. Publicly available data and a report by Urban Alert suggest that several companies hold legal small-scale mining licenses, or SSMLs, along the river, yet completely ignore environmental and reporting standards. Deji also believes that these companies are behind suspected illegal mining sites like the ones we found.
A layman doesn't have to rent an excavator in a day, runs to thousands of naira. So these are not things that somebody who earns the minimum wage can afford. That's the reality.
The law is very clear. Miners are not supposed to pollute water courses or ignore communities around mining sites. But that's not what we're seeing here. Deji wants several things to be fixed.
One is to ensure that government monitors activities of miners, ensure thorough follow or the usage of the Mining Act, ensure that deadly chemicals are not used. Then to the community, what we're trying to let them know is that we organize training for them to ensure that they have an understanding of what they should benefit from mining.
With this and our water samples, we leave Oshogbo. A few weeks later, back in Lagos. The results from the lab come back. And the water still shows heavy metal contamination. Close to the mining site, arsenic levels were 5 times higher than permitted, and lead exceeded the legal limit by almost 40 times, posing a serious health risk.
I think this is highly significant, what we have going on here. Lead is a heavy metal that should not be found at all, in water because of its neurological impact on the human health, in adults, in children. In children, it affects their IQ. So I just feel so sad just, seeing that this is what we're still dealing with 4 years after.
Bottom line, the water in the Osun River is still dangerous. But people like Anu and Deji ensure that this issue continues to be discussed in public. Because what's at stake here is not just a river, but a vital water source, cultural and spiritual heritage, and the health of millions.
It's cheap, convenient, and for many, it's safe. That's why these sachets have become so popular, but they are part of the global plastic pollution crisis. But there is a creative way to deal with this.
Who doesn't love a good party? Whether it is a wedding or religious event, partygoers tend to be thirsty. In Mali, water is served in plastic sachets that later end up on the streets. But not all of them stay there. For Fatoumata Diallo, the bags are a valuable raw material. After events like these, there isn't really enough proper waste management in place. So we're doing our bit to keep our neighborhoods clean and send a message about the need to look after our environment. Thousands of plastic sachets get a second life at her workshop. They're washed, cut up, and turned into products sewn from locally sourced scraps of fabric. The plastic is used for reinforcement and padding in stylish handbags, computers, and school bags. They are especially popular at the start of the school year, and the women's handbags are a steady seller all year round. With her motorized tricycle, Fatoumata Diallo and her team collect sachets across the city. All over West Africa, these single-use plastics are a huge problem. They pollute the land and water and break down into microplastics that can harm people and wildlife. They also block drains. Plastic bags are not always suited to a circular economy. That's why Fatoumata advocates for upcycling. I recently trained nearly 1,000 women in textile waste upcycling. And as part of that effort, I took the opportunity to let the women in our communities know that plastic waste can also be upcycled. The bag business provides income for her and 6 employees. Each piece sells for between 4 and 15 euros. The bag is great. Even if it rains, you have got nothing to worry about. The rain won't soak in because it's made of plastic. The perfect accessory for that next party in Bamako.
Recycle, or even better, reuse. It's easier than you think, whatever the product. Our reporter in Lagos has a good idea on how.
How much do you spend on your period each month?
1,000. 1,400.
315, 2,000.
2,500 naira.
3-5 upward.
Let's do the math. On an average, a girl spends 2,000 naira on her period per month and 24,000 per year. But because reusable products just like this one can last up to 10 years, you can save 240,000 naira. And fewer purchases mean less waste. Reusable products reduce plastic use and cuts down the number of disposable materials entering landfills. And there's another impact. Some reusable products are made locally. That means more jobs, small businesses, sustainable production. Reusable period care isn't just about comfort or cost. It's about reducing waste quietly, saving money, supporting local businesses, and making a real impact every month.
Heaps of waste, water pollution, illegal mining, many of these issues don't get the media attention they deserve. In Ghana, a new generation of reporters is stepping up to investigate and shake things up.
When they are moving with a group,
it's an exciting encounter for both sides, elephant and human.
Wow.
Ghana's elephant population has plummeted since the 1970s, from around 30,000 to about just 1,000. 30-year-old Jakpa Kojo Abubakar is a budding environmental journalist. He's here in the Mole National Park to report on how Ghana's remaining elephants are being protected before it's too late.
So it's important to preserve those animals. So making documentaries usually, as I am on today, is to send a message outside that there's the need for us to conserve, otherwise we lose everything and future generation would come and finding out what is an elephant, what is a monkey, they've not seen it before.
Joining him is intern Andalatu from Jakpa's home village. She wants to learn from him how to tackle environmental issues. The park ranger also hopes Jakpa's report will raise awareness.
people in the nearby communities or the surrounding villages, they don't take biodiversity very so serious. They don't take it serious. So when they come to talk about it, I am happy because it is an education that goes to the communities and the people, and that will show them the importance of biodiversity and keeping the environment for future generations.
In Ghana's capital, Accra, the Center for Sustainable Transformation runs a program called Young Reporters for the Environment. It trains young people who want to shine a light on environmental issues. But it's not just about learning how to be a journalist.
The aspiration for everyone who comes through the program is that you acquire the knowledge and skills, and also the agency to hold stakeholders, policymakers accountable. And not just that, the ability to be able to contribute to national conversations on sustainability.
Ghana urgently needs environmental reporting. Endangered species, plastic pollution, deforestation. The challenges in Ghana are immense. 37-year-old Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin is an award-winning environmental journalist. Today, he's reporting on Meribampo, a cocoa farmer from the Tiwa area in eastern Ghana. Through the Red Plus Climate program, she earns money from planting extra trees among her cocoa crops. These trees absorb CO2, improve the microclimate, and protect the cocoa from heat stress. Her harvest has quadrupled.
It improves the air around us and it supports the growth of the cocoa trees. You can already see the impact in my farm. Many people, especially women in my community, are encouraged by what they see in my farm.
Mahmoud believes it's important to report on projects that reward environmentally friendly behavior, like here in the northern village of Uwagu, where the forest is considered sacred. Women receive medicinal herbs as a reward for not cutting down trees. A simple appeal for more environmental awareness often isn't enough.
The challenge is that some people don't really care about the environment when you are educating them, telling them that the practices they are embarking on is affecting the environment. And so it's become difficult for people to change. You keep on telling the stories and they wouldn't want to change because they are gaining.
As a freelance eco-journalist, he is constantly on the move. At a friend's place nearby, there is a room he can use to edit his cocoa story for a Ghanaian news channel. Journalism alone can't support his family of 3. So as a trained agricultural scientist, he also works as a farming consultant. But eco-journalism is where his heart belongs, and his family understands that.
They don't really complain about it because it's all about changing, making impact. And so if you are making impact, it's good.
His biggest impact came when he uncovered the cause of illness in the village. The drinking water was coming from a pond contaminated with animal feces. After his report, an NGO installed a filtration system. Back in Mole National Park, Jakpa and his intern, Andalatu, wrap up filming. Now it's time to review the footage and decide which shots are the best shots for his newly launched blog. Because without an audience, even the most urgent report won't make a difference.
So I'm going to take a perch, a little sit down, but you can come on a run with our reporter Wachera Ngunjiri through Germany's capital, Berlin. Now it's all about clean streets, trash bins all over, but where has all the trash gone? Well, Wachera is on a quest to find out.
This is my morning routine for most days, and being in a new country hasn't changed that. I still get to do what I love. I am Wachera Ngunjiri, a DW reporter from Nairobi, Kenya. The coolest part of jogging here? The breathtaking views. Berlin is such a beautiful city. But hold up, one of my biggest culture shocks in Germany? Trash. In Kenya, I just have one bin where everything goes. But here, there's a blue one for paper, yellow for plastics and packaging, green for glass, and black is for the rest. It's like a color-coded game of sustainability.
No, stop.
Oh.
You're throwing away money. Yes, you can bring it back to the supermarket and get a deposit back.
Really? I have so many in my house. I think I need to do that. Where can I take them?
You can bring it to any supermarket.
Oh, any? Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
I came to Berlin with my sister, and we drink a lot of bottled water every day. Now I know we can get money back for returning the empty bottles in any supermarket. This system makes everyone think twice about plastic use. The less plastic we demand, the less new plastic gets made. This is a Fund Automat, a deposit return machine. It is one of Germany's recycling superheroes. Here is how it works. When you return the bottles, you get your money back. If you don't, you lose it. Normally, when you buy water in these bottles, you will have to pay a little extra. Curious about what happens in the plastic sorting plants, I visited one that is run by Interzero.
Nice to meet you.
Today, I'm meeting Bjorn Schwisch, who is the general manager. This is one of Interzero's 5 sorting facilities in Germany. Here, waste is sorted by advanced machines that separate the different kinds of packaging waste into material streams.
The easiest material to sort and to recycle is the monomaterials. They are very easy to sort and to recycle, and as well tin plate, ferrometals and so on. Aluminium is as well included in the yellow bag. Not so good recyclable are the multi-layer packages.
The sorted plastics are pressed into bales and sent to recycling plants. This process by Interzero alone cut about 1.2 million tons of greenhouse gas emissions in 2023, according to Fraunhofer Institute, one of Germany's renowned research centers. Some experts argue Germany still doesn't recycle as much waste as statistics suggest, especially when it comes to plastic packaging. According to official statistics, only 46% of plastic waste is recycled, while 53% is burned to generate energy. That means turning plastic waste into usable heat, electricity, or fuel. But recycling with the deposit system helps Germany stay cleaner and greener.
I really like the refund automats in Germany because that ensures that a pretty pure fraction with a high quality of PET bottles is collected. We can even in our sorting plants, we can separate PET bottles and PET cups as well, but it's always better on the point of collection to separate it.
Germany is promoting a circular economy through such deposit-based recycling systems, and that's not all I'm learning here. I just found out tap water is absolutely safe to drink, and Germany's tap water ranks among the best in the world. So nowadays, I carry my reusable bottle everywhere, and there's no need for endless plastic bottles.
That isn't the case everywhere, as we know. You can find more stories on all our vital resources and how we can defend them in our Echo Drop newsletter. It's goodbye for now.
And if you have any ideas yourself, we'd love to hear your suggestions. Just write to us at eco@dw.com. See you around. Whew, I've enjoyed real gold.